Hey everybody, welcome to the show. If you've not been here for a Dragonlance Song of Ice and Fire show, know that Monday is doing their damnedest to make sure Tuesday does their damnedest. No, I'm just kidding. They actually don't hate each other. I know that is a belief. My voice is cut off. My voice is not cut off. You can hear me just fine. So, what I'm here to say is if you've not been here before, pick up your StreamLoot cards. That's how we interact with the show. We are short on a lot of them. A lot of them is short. And with that said, we know that Tuesday likes to spend heritage cards for Monday. So tonight, we're going to spend all of Tuesday's cards that are heritage cards because I have a plan. And those who are Tuesday, you did not play a retainer card, which means you should not be watching the show. If you want to play a retainer card, please ping me in the chat. For those who are lovely guests and audience members, not only do we have StreamLoot cards for the show, but you can pick up your sub as well to help support that sub, let you put reactions on screen and all that fun jazz. Show will be starting here in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Get ready for what might be the end of the campaign in the first 5 minutes of the show. Well, hello, everybody. How are we doing? This is the beginning of the show while they're trying to talk in the background. I gotta say, the last two episodes were pretty rough. And Kelly came on to the Tuesday show, if you missed that, playing her character, and I gave her Ttrpgfamily points, and she didn't get to use them. So I would like to remind her that at the beginning scene we're about to do, she has 28 Ttrpgfamily points to spend. If you would like to use them in the beginning of the show, I will not use them for this opening gambit we're about to do. And I am adding 2 extra things that you can do. 1, you can call the knights, like the army, like you can have them call people into the castle to help defend. 2, you can spend 20 points to instantly kill an NPC. No save, including backers. So in case you want to solve some of the government's problems, you can use an assassination with no save. That includes the governor if you want to get spicy. So with that said, I would like to bring the group in as Kelly is now going, oh shit, what can I do? And the answer is really whatever the fuck you want. Hey everybody, it's been a whole week. It feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, it's been forever.
The weeks off are really weird. Everybody can hear us okay. Everything's good. There's no problems. We should be good on audio. Well, we left this off in a pretty... I feel like I need to crack a beer for this one. I'm not going to lie. I have been dealing with PC problems all week, and we are going to pray to the gremlin gods to leave me alone for the evening. And we're going to hope that this goes well. So with that said, I left Kelly in a room with a dying governor and a dying noble, the son of that noble somewhere in the vicinity, our new main scout, Giev, running into the room with the marshal from the west door, and outside the east door is Tuesday's party as a door has been blown open and undead are rising from what looks like maybe other people who have been poisoned. That would be the guess, watching them gurgle and spit up this purplish fluid, and they are being resurrected as undead. I know that Tuesday's excited about that because they have somebody who's really good at fighting undead. But I would like to say I know this party is really not.
Nope.
I don't think there's a bludgeoning weapon in this party.
My fist.
I
Okay.
got a staff. I could
Who needs
it.
who needs bludgeoning weapons when I can just Eldritch Blast?
I mean, it is the ultimate can opener. So with that said, I don't want to stand for this show. So we're gonna bring it down. Bring it down because people need to be ready, need to be comfortable for the insanity that is about to ensue. So Kelly, we left you in a room with the 2 dying people.
Yes.
My question to you is, what would you like to do in response to what is going on? Do you want to spend points out of the gate? Is there anything spicy you would like to do before we get into everything going sideways? And then we'll talk about where the rest of the party is.
Okay, so here's the thing. I really don't like
Anyone?
either. Well, I like the governor. I work pretty well with him, all things considered. I really don't like the cousin or the uncle. But you know what? I spent
No, it's
resources.
the son. It's the of
Yeah.
Easttide.
Right,
Yes, yes.
right. So I spent resources trying to help save him.
You did.
I'm not going to waste that effort. What is the most dangerous thing that I can see right now?
Well, I guess we'll probably need to go to the maps for that. So hold on here. Let me shrink this. Let's make sure that this is going to work. Sometimes these maps don't load the way I want them to, everybody. Imagine that. Roll 20. I love you, Roll 20, but not really, but yes, but no. Let me take us over to our map section. And let's see if this works. Please. Survey says good. All right. So the most dangerous thing you can see is down the hall, past the heroes, past Darrent. 2 knights are coughing up purple in their helmets. It kind of drips, like almost like a... Have you ever done rubbing alcohol on fire and how it pours like liquid fire? It looks like purple flames like gurgling out of the helms. And they, as they're standing up, you can see melted skin falling out of their full plate.
All right, I blasted the door open. I said I need a medic. Then I see that stuff happening right there.
And Darrent is turning in armor with his bastard sword, ready to fight as well, with the Islamic Knight helm on and a tabard. The other 4 obviously turn around to them as well. I believe Solera and her sister were making their way towards the door. But I'm giving you first action since you were the one in the middle of it. Oh, and Giev ran into the back, and so did the Marshal.
Okay.
I just don't think the Marshal has a token. I looked around pretty hard for one. And this is the mayor, or governor, and this is Lord Backers. And they were fighting, and you were in between.
Yep. So you'd given me some resources to spend, and despite what Kelly wants to do...
Hey, Kelly can do what Kelly wants to do. It's okay. We don't know your character that well.
Adriel...
You can own it right now.
She hasn't done that yet. So, Adriel, still believing in the rule of law, is going to use those points to call the knights to help defend.
Okay.
Basically help defend. I mean, apologies to Tuesday's group. I really don't know you that well. So I'm wondering if there's like some sort of switch or bell where I would call to like have them come defend our exit.
So you know, out the other door, like as the door to the west opened, you could see the Marshal fighting 2 skeletons, talking to them like, stand back, knights, like yelling at them as Giev slinked through to make sure he wasn't in combat to warn you that the castle has undead. And they're fighting. You do know that she has the ability to... She has basically a amulet that she can hit, and it blows all the horns throughout Kalamon, basically bringing back extra knights to the castle that are within earshot. So if you yelled loud enough, you might get lucky, or you can tell Giev to go do it. He is technically a retainer. You could spend a retainer ability card and tell him to go do it.
As in, like, renew a retainer?
Yep, because he's already used his ability today. Yep.
Okay. Let me just check and see if we've got that. It looks like we have one.
He's basically got message that acts works on the same continent. That's his ability.
Wow. I'm gonna use the one from Kyler from 47 days ago to recharge Giev's ability. I'm just gonna say that, like, Giev, tell the Marshal to sound the alarm. There's undead down this way as well.
Okay.
And I need to get the governor and Lord Bacchus, the elder.
So as you yell,
safety.
He turns around. When he turns around, he's got a slash down his back. He's bleeding, not horribly. As he opens the door to come back out, you see one of the undead step into the door frame as he disappears into a puff of like black ethereal mist and reappears in the next area next to her, locking this creature near the door. From the left-hand side, you see a glamorous longsword slice the head off of the skeleton as the younger is fighting the skeleton before you can get in. So you sent your retainer?
Yes.
The younger is here. You do know that your other teammates are nearby. You probably know where one is in the room. And you do see the gargoyle has grabbed the windowsill again and pulled himself back up.
Okay.
Any other actions besides the kind of like, yo, go do this, spend the card? Is there anything you would like to do? You know the secret exit out of here. You know the quickest way. And you know that the doors can be locked. Even though the wooden door is blown away, any of the doors that are steel in color have a port cutlass that can be dropped in emergencies. So like this door here, this one here, anything that really goes into like important areas can be locked off.
All right, I know I just blew the door off, but after seeing everything going on down here, I I'm gonna trust the heroes of Vogler to
Okay.
handle these two undead. I'm going to.
Brave.
They took down a mechanical brass dragon thing, so
They did.
they've
did.
got this.
Only someone dead.
Played by a pro wrestler that only knows how to insult people. I mean,
Right.
100%.
Right. So I'm gonna hit the switch
Okay.
to shut the port cutlass down, and then I'm gonna turn to the younger if he's actually going to help. If he cares at all.
He's standing out there.
All right. We need to get these two to a medic, and I need help because I can't carry both of them.
As you're saying that, he's still fighting the other skeleton.
Okay. Well, I don't know if she's still in here with me or not.
She did. She ran into the room.
Okay. Unfortunately, to typecast, I'm going to ask her to grab Bacchus the Elder. I'm going to grab the Governor. I'm going to ask her to stay within 30 feet of me so I can concentrate.
This is a good question to ask Diana. Is your new retainer, because we lost your old retainer before she even got screen time, is your new retainer, we know she's very commanding, we know she is pretty law-abiding. Is she physically strong?
I think so. I think
Because
I made
Bacchus weighs over 400 pounds.
I know, that's why I was like, I don't want to typecast.
He's
but-
almost 7 foot tall. He's a robust human being. I mean, just meat on top of muscle. Like, he's a big dude.
If this card's right, she's got a strength of +4.
her. She has a 4.
So she could drag him out of the room if that's all she's doing.
Yeah. Okay.
So then she would drag him towards this door
Okay.
on her action. When that is done, is there anything? So you commanded 2 people. I would say you're going to have to give up your action or your move action. There's a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, I'll give up my move and I'll just say, like, please try and stay within 30 feet. I have to concentrate.
And
Try
you shut the
save them
doors,
both.
too. So actually, you're done.
Yeah. I'm done.
With that said, the camera is going to shift. Good old Adam. Adam, we haven't seen this on camera yet, buddy.
No, you haven't seen
Where,
it at
as
all.
the camera like hits the ground, as she grabs Bacchus and drops him against the wall, and it kind of shifts to his eyes flickering, looking up into the rafters. What does the audience see?
Well, what the audience sees is once all this stuff starts happening, you actually catch like this really awesome bass, like this, as like you see like this like shadow kind of fall out of the rafters, but then there's like kind of like this mist and everything as you just see boosh, like superhero pose like right on the table, and like then this other mist just kind of like starts forming up like around S-Tide, and you can clearly see he's wearing this very cool, awesome, and amazing new chainmail as he's standing there. And he's like, hey, don't worry, I can help out with the fat uncle. And he takes his spear, and I want to walk over with the blunt end, I'm going to poke him in the gut, and I'm going to cast Shrink on him to make him smaller.
I mean, you guys don't like him, so sure.
I don't like him that much, but I'm like, I'm here! Goosh! I'm just like, it's all good, I was just listening up from top. Nobody saw me, though, so it's okay.
That is hilarious. Do I make a save if I would like to resist?
Well, he's unconscious, yeah?
No, he's blinking in and out of consciousness. He's not. He's
if the target is
dying,
unwilling-
not dead.
If the target is unwilling, it's a con save.
A con save. What's
That's
my
a
save?
38.
Because I will tell you, he is not willing.
We're trying to help him. You're like, I'm
He's a
gonna turn
stubborn.
him
He's
into
a stubborn dude. What is my number?
15.
15. Okay.
baby. Oh no, Eric. Remember
What?
what I cast on him last time?
No. What? I know. I don't remember. Remind me.
Would you
Oh,
cast on him?
okay. I'll put it back in the war room.
Oh fuck! I have disadvantage, don't I?
No,
Oh.
Me too. I don't remember.
I just put it in our war room chat.
Oh. That's right.
Fuck. Let me scroll down, everybody. Pause for rules identification. Fucking fuck. So how does that work if you're trying not to do it?
No, because here's the thing. So
I know. Does he get to pick it, or does it just work? I think he has
gets
to roll
pick-
it.
I think he has to. I thought it was pick it because I thought it was either.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Okay.
As it happens, this man slowly shrinks to the size he wishes he was his entire life. How small does it make me?
So he goes from essentially medium to small. So he'd go to about my size.
So is he shrinking? You see your retainer look back, or her retainer look back, grab him and just pick him up.
Yep.
Like,
On the
just by the
shoulders.
back of his shirt. It hits the switch, giving me my action back. I will 100% allow that. As the door, well, first off, she moves this banner out of the way for Kalamon, that yellow, blues, and silvers, hits a button, and this door slides like kind of in a round circle. And standing on the other side is Valina. Valina, I didn't tell everybody, but you busy. I need initiative from you.
She's a busy girl.
Honey, I Shrunk Bacchus the Elder.
That's fucking funny.
That's the title for this episode.
So I'm going to put this here, and then we're going to take Valina, and we're going to put Valina here as well.
So 18 for me.
Boop. Valina, you are very quiet, and he is not, because the mic is turned towards Adam.
Uh-oh.
How about now?
A little better.
it.
You're good
Little
now.
better?
You're good now. Audience, you can hear those two, right?
There?
Nah, we good.
There?
Yeah, we good. So I put you there. Down the hall, you see a knight, and this has been going on for like a round. He's stumbling down the hall, and you see him cough fire out on the ground, and it starts to ignite the fire, the walls on fire. In this hidden wall, it is clean, but on the walls, there's like a bunch of like short swords, long swords, daggers, in case people need to arm themselves up leaving. There's a couple potion vials on a shelf, and he's stumbling through, knocking things over. As he looks at you, his eyes are on fire. The mask is burnt in a blaze as his entire head goes up like a cauldron. Just. What did you get for your initiative?
19. No, sorry, 18. I got 9 and 9. Yeah, 18.
With that said. Oh, I should probably not roll d12. Okay.
Oh my god, 12. What's
You are first.
Okay.
You are first.
So he sees me.
your sneak attack?
Yeah, I mean, technically, you go before me. You do get sneak attack, and it does not.
I?
I mean, technically speaking, remember, undead aren't immune to sneak attack anymore, because the concept of sneak attack is you are harming them in a way that does a critical damage. Not that you're just hitting organs now. Now it's like I'm breaking a kneecap, I'm shattering a shoulder blade. Like, unless they say immune to critical hits, you're good. I put you down here too, so you have it.
Can I use my insightful fighting as a bonus action?
Okay.
Let's see.
We have plenty of cards too. If you want to, people have been dropping cards.
Yeah, I want to see how, like, for the insightful fighting, especially to see how to fight these things. I don't think I've ever fought undead.
Nope. I will remind you of one thing. Your retainer is present. Your initiative technically is one higher.
Retainer is present.
Yep. Yeah, everyone's initiative is higher if the retainer is present by one. That's just a retainer policy.
Oh,
Oh,
I see
okay.
what you're saying. Okay.
That's not me. That's MCDM just dropping awesome stuff. With that, you still beat me, so it doesn't matter. You're just a 19 instead. You've not fought him before. We do have a couple of things that are available. You could just go all in and use one of your lineage powers and just breathe acid on him out of the gate. Or you could use your lineage power, spend hit die, ignite your weapon in acid, and then also breathe fire on them and just double down like you did on the giant.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so let's see here. Which one? Do you want your blue card or your green card? I think she has a blue too, doesn't she? Let me look up lineage. DL lineage. Yes, she does. 13 days ago. We have AW spent one. So if you want to do both, we'll let you ignite your weapon and you can breathe fire.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Ignite my weapon. So
Under your lineage powers, remember you spend a D10 of your recovery hit die for the day. You're level 4, so you have 4 of them. You can spend one, and you can add acid damage to your weapons.
okay.
Or you can just touch people. Yeah, it's up to you.
This will be 4, so this will be 3.
And I
Okay,
did
I just
add
want-
that into the game as well. I mean, You can look it up.
I'm just trying to think of what weapon would she know to use, though.
I don't know. You're hiding behind a door, eavesdropping in a hallway where no one can see you. It's a secret access tunnel to basically get in or escape out. Like, let's say they were bringing in someone to do wartime talks with that's hated by everybody, but they really want to do the talks. This is the area they bring them through. Or if you had to escape out in the middle of a conflict, a la right now, this is what this hallway is for. Notice how it connects to like all the different rooms and stuff on the back way out. The library, it connects to the desk area for people who are doing like dictation and working on things. So this is the exit hall. Secret exit hall. So it depends on what weapon you would have. You heard combat go off. You could have switched it to wherever you wanted.
I'll switch to, if I'm hiding.
You were hiding from people in this room, but you are not hiding from the undead Kalamon Knight walking down the hall. He knows you're there. But you do go first, so you will get sneak attack.
Oh, what do I do?
So what weapon do you want?
Okay, I'm gonna use the war pick.
Okay, war pick on. Ooh, we have not used your war pick yet.
No, we have not.
So your war pick is special. Your war pick is the Black Dragon war pick, is it not?
Yes.
Okay. Give me your roll to hit.
I have to find my notes from that. Okay, let's see. Hit. Ooh.
Not good?
Do we have a reroll somewhere?
I mean, do you have an inspiration? Is what you're asking me?
Let's look at. Well, I have to change one of mine.
So here's what we got. We have on your DL cards, you got a +1 to hit you can add. It's a green. You've already used the green card, and you've used the blue card. So all we have left is purples. I don't see anything that can assist you here, unless you want to do Knowledge of Palanthus, which is a purple card. You could use DL crit. You could just crit it. You could just spend the crit card and just crit.
Just feel bad using it right out of the gate.
I mean, do you? Your goal is to get the governor out of here.
Okay, let's use the crit card and get it out.
All right, so we'll bypass your failed roll, use your crit card. That means you're going to be maxing your first set of damage dice on your attack roll, because this is for your attack roll. So whatever your die is, max it, and then roll the second half. So what's your damage for your weapon?
It's a 1d8 plus 2.
Max
So that's actually, I rolled an 8. But
Okay.
you,
18.
and then sneak attack, correct?
Yep, and your sneak attack. So max your first set of sneak attack, roll the second half. I doubt this guy fucking survives, but we'll see.
30,
That is 9 on sneak attack.
39.
So 39. Is that doubled the sneak attack, Adam?
Yeah.
Really? You maxed the first set. How many dice do you roll?
For sneak attack,
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so 12 plus whatever you rolled. You rolled that low on the second roll?
I rolled a 9.
Oh, okay, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And then add your lineage damage as well for igniting your weapon using your lineage die.
Lineage die. What is that?
Your ability for being Tharkesis. That's the special one you got when you picked your lineage.
Is this for the acid?
Not for the breath weapon, just for the attack, right? The melee attack that you add
So I believe that's a 1d6 because I'm 1d12.
for each lineage that you spend. Yep.
That's a 1.
So 7 more because you add it. That's double 2. So 7 more on top of the 39. So you're at 46.
Yeah.
Cool. And it's that's all you got? That's everything?
That's all I got. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm still up.
Oh.
Now you spent your breath weapon. Now I have to make my reflex save. Now roll your breath weapon damage.
Right. Breath weapon.
Let me get my die.
6.
Ooh, I made it. I'm only taking half from this.
That's a 4.
Oh, your breath weapon is more than that, remember. Your breath weapon is 4d10.
I need to put that somewhere here because I don't have it anywhere on this thing. Okay, 4d10.
Write it on your character sheet, or we can do it afterwards.
Yeah, I'll do it after. Talk about it now.
And it's acid.
10. Okay. Adam, how many?
This is not a crit. This is just damage. And I take half.
9, 10, 11. 11 plus 9.
20.
20. 26.
That's half?
26 divided by 2.
Oh, okay. So
13.
13.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I'm still up. So as you smash this thing with your war pick into its shoulder, breathe acid all over this thing as it's marching towards you. You see it while you're doing it without like skipping a beat. It continues drawing its sword out.
Oh god.
And then that is me because I'm the last in the round to get to go. I am going to use my long sword two-handed. I am going to hit me with a weapon, which is very important. When you hit this thing, it felt like striking stone. But your weapon seems to have pierced it and crushed some of it, but it was whatever this thing is made of is harder than normal human bone.
Okay.
My roll to hit you, I got a 20 on the money.
That hits, yep.
All right. And then I'm going to be doing 13 points of damage.
Okay.
On my first attack.
Okay.
As he does that, he attempts to strike you with a headbutt for his second attack. Does a 15 hit you?
No.
So he comes down, you get the parry in to block the headbutt. As the camera zooms back down the hall, the port cutlass drops, and that takes us to the top of the list, which is Kelly's character. Kelly, what do you want to do? This one's getting dragged out the hall. He's here. You've dropped the port cutlass. The younger is fighting in the other room, and your rest of your team have made their presence known, at least to you. I don't think East Tide can actually be seen by the outside because their backs are to them right now. They probably heard the noise because it sounds like thunder, right?
Yeah, for a superhero pose.
Yeah. Well, I thought because of your armor, I thought that's why it was like that. But,
Yeah.
Just breaks through the table that they just replaced.
with that said, it would be Adriel's turn. What do you want to do?
All right. I'm grabbing the governor with one hand,
Okay.
and I'm holding my shield in my other hand, and I'm gonna head over here.
The governor is lightly armored. He's not a big man. I'll put him up on screen a little bit so you can see him. He's obviously seen some battle. Like he's not an unweathered person, but he definitely doesn't battle anymore. Like he carries a sword, but it's ornamental. His eyes are kind of glazed over from age. He probably has a little bit of a hard time seeing. And now he's coughing up like this spit with a little bit of purple in it as you drag him to it as well. And you can hear combat down the hall.
Okay, so can I like, depending on where I'm at, can I see this happening?
I would say you could peek around. There's no reason if you're like taking cover in that corner, you could see down the hall. But it is a narrow hall. It is a single file, one person wide hall with recessed shelves for some potions and for weapons. You know it's that way so that a soldier can march down and defend who's ever behind them. This is like a 4 foot wide maybe.
Okay. Would I be able to fire off an Eldritch Blast down there to try and hit that thing?
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Because it's in cover behind her.
Right. Yeah, I think for right now, that's gonna be my best bet because I don't want to take the governor down there and then have that thing bypass her.
Sure.
And then I'm sitting with the governor.
100%.
And a shield. However, it's easier for me to do this now. I have the governor in one hand, my shield in the other, and then I think I'm gonna do like Cyclops. So like my blue eyes turn gold red as I channel my Eldritch Blast through my eyes to go down the hallway instead, because I have Warcaster. So now I can.
God, you have that.
Let's go.
So roll to hit, disadvantage. We do have a lot of cards available.
Whoa. Okay. I mean, does a 19 hit?
It does. Would you like to add +2 damage as a green card?
Okay. Let's see.
We'll do serving hands if you want to do that.
D10.
And then would you like to blow an Ironfeld card to add an extra D6?
Ironfeld is the
Lineage card.
repair flux.
It's blue. Yeah. Or you can do a spell slot potion card if you don't care about that.
Let me just get the damage on here. I was actually not expecting to hit, so I'm very surprised that I did. Must be just shooting everything.
I mean, apparently you know how to shoot stuff in the face. Might as well.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay. Or you can save it and do an extra attack, because we do have an extra attack card.
I might save it and do the extra attack.
Okay. Would you like to blow a purple card then for extra damage?
No, let's see how this first attack goes.
All right. Because you can always use wild magic on him if you wanted.
+7. That was 12 points of force damage.
12 points of force, still up.
Okay. Then I'll use the second attack.
Is that with the
card.
+2 extra?
Yeah, well, yes.
Okay. Still up. Extra attack card. All right. The extra attack card is Kyler.
Okay. That is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Nice double hit, man.
Okay, that's an 8, so that's a 13 damage.
That is enough. As you hit him, the armor inside it bursts into flames and it crumples in. It looks like bone, but there's like rubble that comes out of the armor. It does not look like a draconian. I will definitely say it's not an explosion. It just like crumples inside of it.
Okay.
With that said, this one down, the hall currently, from what you can see, is clear.
Then I guess as a free action or whatever, I shout out like, "Looks like it's clear."
Okay. Are you?
Let's go home.
That was your double attacks. You used your move to move him there.
Yep.
Audience, I need a D20 twice. This would be for the survivors. D20 twice. One for Baccarus. I'll take the first one for Baccarus. The second one for the governor. While that's going on, East Tide, what would you like to do? There is a fight going on behind you at the doorway. You can see a sword being swung. You can hear the younger's voice yelling for help. I don't know if I can take him. He's just swinging and hitting him. Like, he's making contact, but he's not damaging it. There's just like, it looks like a flint and steel. There's just sparks coming off of it.
It's East Tide here is behind him that the way is clear. The one port cutlass is down.
Yep.
I'll step to the other side of the table.
Okay.
Actually, he kind of says to himself, he goes, I might regret this later. And you just see him, he's like, yeah! And as he does that, you see this green mist come shooting out of his face. And I need a Constitution saving throw from the skeleton.
Constitution?
Yes, please.
Fuck. Okay. 14?
Ooh, just missed it. As this thing hits, you see the green mist. It kind of starts turning into like a bullhead as it just rams in to the skeleton, and he's going to take 9 points of poison damage.
I'm fine.
That's fine. And this time's just like, all right, I was nice. I helped him.
I took it. It was damage. I'm fine.
I tried.
I tried to help him.
Did you guys are tired from daylight savings?
Apparently, I don't know. I tested them earlier. They worked fine. Very weird. Very, very weird.
Yeah.
I'm just checking it on my end to make sure everything's good. That would be your turn. Are you going to move where you are, or are you going to stay there?
Well, I stepped to the corner of the table. I'll just turn my back and then just kind of walk back to the other side. So it's kind of like walk up. Yeah. All right, I helped. And then walk away.
Worked for me.
Works for me too.
I mean, the 1d20 worked for me.
Right. Eric, I'm gonna keep. Okay, so I remember the thing that I cast too.
Oh, fuck me. Which person for that roll? I failed the roll. Doesn't matter.
So with the 15 plus the whatever is bonus plus the 1d4.
No, I failed. I already added that. I already added that.
I was talking about the rules for the government.
I already added that. I failed.
Wow, what type of stuff is this?
I have to roll disadvantage. I'm letting them roll one, and I'm rolling one.
Oh. Well, I don't know how to get rid of disadvantage for that, so.
It's very difficult.
Well, I tried my best.
Bacchus is okay, though. So you see him cough up fire as you're dragging him as we're hitting the end of that round. The skeletons outside are fighting. You can hear down the hall more of them coming where the heroes of Vogler are. Younger tumbles into the room, and you see Giev running after, and he shuts the door and puts the castle down, locking him in the room with the other skeletons.
Oh, so Younger's with us. Damn it.
Yep, he sure is. And he's like, face is cut. He's got a stab wound, and he shuts it. And he turns around and he has his back to the door, holding his sword. His sword is broken. He's like, "You can't kill these. You cannot kill these things."
I haven't tried to kill him. That doesn't seem like you did very good. What'd you do?
Would
with your
you
sword?
fucking run and stop talking? And he's. With that, I'm dead. Valina, and it is your turn. What would you like to do? Combat is over. Are you going to help carry Bacchus, or are you going to make your way down the hall and see if there's anything there?
It's fine. It's tiny.
Do I see backers?
No. Bacchus, yeah, you'd see him laying on the ground. No, you would see him getting carried by the back of his shirt by your retainer. He's about yay tall.
They don't need my help. I'm going to sneak down the halls.
Give me your stealth roll.
Sorry, I have to keep switching screens, so I apologize. That is 9, 18, 17.
17. When you get to the door here, your passive perception's high enough. You can hear and you can see through the cracked door 2 other knights, or I shouldn't say knights. These would be some form of like people in robes and carrying big heavy tomes walking towards the door. Like out this way.
Not the skeletons right there?
They are robed, and their robes are up. Their robes are blue and gold. They look like people from Kalaman. You would probably recognize them as like scribes for the capital.
Okay, if that's what I say, I'm going to stay quiet.
Okay. Are you going to shut this door? It's cracked right now.
No, I'm going to leave it open so I can watch.
Okay, so you're going to stop there and wait?
Yeah.
Okay. Then that takes us to, I think everyone's went, right? All 3 of you. The retainer will move down the hall. She brings Bacchus up behind you. I'm just going to move this guy outside of it. Carries Bacchus. She follows. And then she moves past you and drops Bacchus on the ground and says, "Carry him." And she grabs a shield off the wall and starts moving down the hall, not realizing that you're kind of watching the door. She just figures, I'll take point because it makes more sense.
Yeah.
And she continues down to this door here and kicks the door open.
Okay. Then at that point, if anything, I would pick this guy up and drag
Okay,
him
he's
to
about the
towards her.
size of Easttide. He's not too heavy. You're strong. Kind of shoulder him with one shoulder, and you still have a free hand. Then that would take us to the gargoyle. Torek sees you on the table. He motions to you and points at the door, and he starts circling around the outside of the tower.
Which door did he point to? The one that
The one that is shut, and he starts going this way.
Okay, I gotcha.
And what do you want to do? Group, it's your turn. I have no baddies to go. Easttide's got his back to the door trying to hold it.
Are things banging against the door? Okay.
I'm assuming you're getting the mayor out of here, though.
Right. Well, I
governor.
know. Yeah, I know we're not on good terms, but I'm gonna like tell him where the latch is for the port cutlass to shut down. If there's one for this door.
Open it? No, only metal doors.
Only metal doors. Okay.
This one does not have it. This is actually a wooden door. because basically to be in
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
you'd
yeah,
already have to
yeah.
be inside the castle.
Right. How heavy does this table? I can't. How heavy
That
does this
table's
table
heavy as
look?
Fuck. It is like 4-inch thick, like oak. It is a big table. A big boy.
Aldrin, can you seal that door that your
Definitely.
cousin's behind?
You could.
I can try to.
It is stone around it.
That's why I was asking.
Mm-hmm. So are you going to continue moving?
Yeah,
right.
because I want to stay within the 30 foot of Bacchus the Elder too, in case he needs to make another
All right,
save.
how far do you want to move? I'll put him with you.
Yeah, I will go down to like here.
Sure. I'll put him. You want him in front of you or behind you?
Behind me,
Okay.
so that I can try and protect him.
Perfect.
In case anything comes through.
All right, you move through.
And then says me asking Aldrin to try and seal the door. I come through. I see that she's busting through the door. With my double sight, do I see anything encroaching in the darkness from here? It goes out to 100.
No, it is lit up. You don't see anything.
Okay. All right, cool.
You know that basically when you go this way, you break right, and then there's a lever to open stairs to take you out into the a wall between the courtyard outside to get you back into either leaving the castle through a secret tunnel underneath or to medical. Basically to the people who do medicine here, because there is no cleric in the city.
Okay.
But there's like a safe room down there.
Okay. I move. Okay. Sorry, I'm still getting used to 5e combat actions. So
Standard,
Sympathy,
move,
too.
bonus.
bonus, right?
And there's
so I did my-
reaction.
I did my move. I guess I would use my standard. I guess as an interaction, I would let the governor drop for now.
Okay, sure.
And then with my standard, I'm going to pull out my healer's kit from my backpack.
Okay. You
And
can
I
treat
guess-
him here.
I mean, to at least try and give him to try and wipe out the disadvantage on his next save.
If you want to take the time, you can make a medicine check on him at disadvantage because it's an unknown thing. You are welcome to do that. If someone assists you, would watch the disadvantage. You could call your retainer if you wanted and say she's down the hall. I'm 100% fine with that. That is the point of the cards. And you did not say what she is doing currently.
Right. Yeah, I think I would have. Well, yeah, because Yelena went actually to talk to everybody beforehand, so she was probably waiting around to see what the final verdict was.
All right. End of the hall.
So, yeah.
Done. Look who I made a token for. She comes running down the hall with her belongings on her, and she goes, the entire castle is being overrun right now. There are at least a dozen undead just on this floor. And she's like the right side of her armor is slightly burned.
Okay, I'm glad she has an armor class of 18.
Beast.
No, the governor is. There's something wrong with him. Can you help me
All right, she'll
pull
aid
him
you.
down? Okay.
So for
I'm
those
going
who
out.
are new to the show and haven't seen Dragonlance, or seen these retainers, we're using the retainer rules from MCDM. We've kind of leveled them up a little bit. This is Yelena. Let me show to the players. This is our Artificer, correct? Yep, Artificer
Yes.
level 3. She gets a bonus all arcane checks that doesn't involve this, so instead she's just assisting you. That's number one. The other one that is on the scene right now is my players did not talk to each other when they named their characters, their NPCs.
We adjusted her name.
This is
Yeah, we did.
What is it?
Kailana.
Kailana.
Kailana. Yeah, Kailana. You're right,
Kailana. This is the knight of the capital of Kalaman, and then the gargoyle crawling around the outside wall is East Tides, and this is a TPK Games race that you can play, and this is Torak, the gargoyle. I think he's barbarian-ish is what we're going for, but I am frightened of this guy's later powers.
Yeah.
So she
I
didn't
gotta-
aid you. What do you got?
So I got a 14,
Okay.
and I It's definitely been a while since I've used this power. I'm going to, can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going to offer a little prayer.
Woo!
To Shannara again. Very similar to what I had done with the mayor when I was negotiating with her.
Sure.
But instead it's, please help us retain law and order in Kalaman.
Nothing like
during these times.
Seeing the secret powers come out.
So that's an extra 4, so I got an 18.
I will tell you, if you spend a change DC card,
Yes.
we'll use Kyler's. That'll lower it, and then you will be able to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
What is going on with them right now is a form of a curse, not a poison.
All right.
And it is spreading.
Then I know Elena's just a retainer, but she might have a better idea of where to go. This is a curse.
Curses need magic to remove them. I don't have that. Let's get them to the safe room and go from there.
You think the way to Weyhan is clear?
I mean, if you want to take... Oh, man.
She's
Let's
the only
go.
one I
We
can
don't have a
think of right
choice.
now.
Let's go. We have to. And she starts moving back across, helping you carry him. Who's taking point between the two of you?
So she normally has the beefier AC,
Okay.
but she's stronger than me, and with my shield and I've got 1 higher than her.
Okay, so do you want her to carry? Because you
Her to
can Eldritch
carry.
Blast with one hand. That's the only reason I'm
Yes.
asking. She
yes,
can't.
I can Eldritch Blast. You know what? No. Well, she'll take point
Okay.
because then I can still hold my shield and have the governor and
All right.
then do Eldritch Blast if I need to.
With that said, if we're going to try to get out of here successfully, you have 2 options. You can stealth out or fight out. What would you like to do as a group?
I'm fine with stealthing.
Yeah.
If everybody stealths, there will be no disadvantage. And we will do a stealth challenge roll. We need 3 before 2 failures.
Okay.
So we need 3 successes before we get 2 failures. Obviously, we're going to start with the Spy Master who's taking the point. My only thing is your retainer is kicking doors open.
Unless I tell her to stop.
You could. She will probably listen.
Ilana, you need to stealth out of here, please.
She turns and looks, she goes, stealth?
Yes. You can be quiet.
And she, looks at the armor that
Ayo.
she's wearing. Did you miss the picture of her? I just want to point out.
I know she's in
I just want to point out the picture. I don't know if stealth is in her, top 2 things that she does. As a matter of fact, it's religion and persuasion.
Fine. I'll look back towards
She goes, how about I distract and you stealth and I'll meet you outside?
Oh, perfect. Yes.
So she kicks the door open, busts open the next door, and she charges the first skeleton that's moved into combat out here. And she is going to help Tuesday's group. With
You're
that said,
welcome.
I need everyone to give me a stealth roll. No disadvantage. Because you've reduced the size of Bacchus. You've reduced the weight problems of him. So 1 person can carry him. And everybody else can stealth out.
Well, I also I had to do something with the young.
Are you going to stay by and try to seal the door?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll try
so
to-
you are not involved in this. You'll be making your roll on your own.
Sure.
25 for me.
Okay, we got 1 success.
I got 17.
All right, stealth out.
If possible, I would like to.
and a 17.
I would like to spend a +2 Dex card.
Absolutely, call it.
Okay.
With that,
I will grab the one from Bear.
all right, Bear. Thank you very much. I guess really this is important. This is gonna take us back to me and you, buddy. So let me take us over to Bats. the bats are good. East Tide. Buddy, pal, you think you can seal a stone wall? Is there something about your messenger we don't know yet?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you see, like the younger just like standing there struggling against this door, Easthead looks back. He sees the rest of his crew going down the hallway, and it's as much as he thinks that his cousin is a dick, he's not gonna let his cousin
He's
go
young.
out that way.
I will remind you,
He-
your
he is
cousin's
young.
like 17.
Yeah.
He's called the
So-
younger, not the middle-aged.
Accurate. So S-Tide, he actually he takes his hat off, and then you see him, he lowers his head and raises his fist up in the air, and then you see him just pump his head down once, and you kind of hear like what sounds like you know, like when rocks kind of like start to fall a little bit, and then he does it again, and then he just and looks up and starts headbanging, and then you see at the top of the door,
Rocks.
the wall itself just starts sliding downwards, like all the stone and everything starts manipulating and just
And it seals it?
yeah, completely just moves the wall in front of the door. And he stops, opens his eyes, and he's like, "All right, Dick, let's go."
I am going to make a roll for Bacchus. Audience, can I get a D20 from the audience as well for a disbelief die?
Headbanging rock and roll.
Yo, does not know what to think about this. As he looks at you and he goes, you moved the wall.
Yeah, I did.
And
Get the fuck out.
he like sheaths the broken part of his sword, and you can see the other part of his sword when he starts to run is stuck through his arm.
Ooh, nice.
And he follows after you. As you run, I need stealth from you, and that is going to be my stealth roll as well.
Yo.
Bacchus, as the younger is running, he's running after and following you. As he gets to here, he catches the sword on the fabric and pulls over the banner, and he's bleeding profusely. And he hits the ground on a knee. I have to start making death saves.
That's an 18 for stealth for me.
Okay, as you stealth away and you turn back, you see him on the ground as you leave him in the doorway. And he's bleeding, like gonna die. As the rest of the party is nowhere to be seen. I shouldn't say that. You probably see the tail end of them breaking around this corner.
I'm gonna look back at him and be like, "You need to keep up on your own. I can't carry you. Let's go."
And he collapses to his chest.
Well,
What do you do?
I take off. Hey! Ain't got time for this shit. Bye, cuz. I helped him once.
Well, back to the party savagery.
All he wants to do, Adriel has been very helpful, attempting to be very helpful.
So, that just happened. As you run, leaving the younger behind, he looks up at you and like slumps and falls. Behind him, you see a shadow pull up as you're breaking the corner, stealthing your way out of there.
Oh no.
As we get down into the lower rooms, I'm gonna pause the music. Actually, no, I'm gonna put the sad music on. We have some sad music here. This one's called "How to Impress Girls with a Guitar." That's the name of the song. Fucking hilarious. As you get downstairs,
How
and
did you find my playlist, Eric?
as you set down Bacchus, he coughs and he sits up. The big guy, how long does shrink last?
Lasts for a minute of concentration.
Oh, by the time you're down there, he
Probably.
gets up. As he stands up, he's pretty beaten. Like he looks wounded. He's been in no combat. He coughs again, and when he coughs a second time, ash comes out.
Sir, we're trying to get you magical assistance.
I understand. Where's my kid?
I asked.
And a few moments
You're-
later, he would show up in the door.
Well, I'm just like I asked S-Tide to help him, like seal the door behind so that the skeletons couldn't give chase?
So he turns and goes, Aldrin, where's my kid?
Well, he was right behind me. We were both stealthing down the hallway.
And he stands and like leans on the wall and like looks out the door and there's nothing.
Right.
And he turns and you see that like, you know how like someone is intimidating just in size, but like he looks at you, you look at him, you see his hand that's the size of your face on the door jamb, and he leans in close. He's like, where is he? If you're gonna lie right now, you're gonna roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, honestly, he was behind me. I saw him struggling a little bit, but it looked like he was all right when we got out of the room.
That sounds like some deception to me.
Kind of sounds like a dad right now. If you're gonna lie to me, you better roll.
You're gonna roll. You're gonna roll if you're lying.
Backers the elders
Daddy
telling you.
Frankhouse.
You're gonna roll.
Oh no.
Well, that sounds like maybe you didn't roll well.
Good. No, I didn't roll well.
How bad would you say that roll would be, sir? Would it be I need an inspiration level bad?
Yeah, I would say
Would
when
it
he
be-
does that, I step back and I twist my
Hold
ankle
on,
and I'll take
hold
some
on.
damage.
Hold on. Oh,
Oh, you're gonna.
Unless
Oh,
there's any cards.
well, hold on.
I was gonna
Hold on,
say
secrets.
secrets. Would you like a social reroll card, sir?
Yes,
there
please.
you go.
Here we go. I just played it for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
we had no
social
others. We've
reroll.
used them all. We've used all of our
Yes.
social reroll cards.
Yes.
Wow.
So I
All
had
right.
one in my
You got it.
deck.
Played.
All right. Hopefully this one will be better. Let's
It
go.
won't be.
That was worse.
Now do you want to hurt yourself?
Yeah, I step back.
Well,
He's
hold
not
on.
quite.
Hold on. There's two questions. One, you
Okay.
could do a bond, ideal, or flaw if you have something to lean into.
Yeah.
You can use each one once an episode. I mean, you're really going to be reaching, but you might be able to. If not, there is inspiration for damage, and I'm happy to have the audience roll your damage.
Yeah, I don't think really any of my ideals are.
Sounds great. I love it. Hey, audience,
Yeah.
can I get 2d6 damage from you?
I'm gonna
2d6?
twist an ankle, y'all, so I can.
No, he puts his hand around your throat.
Ooh,
There's your 2d6 damage.
see it yet.
I feel like we should move to maybe the last chant song.
Are we all nearby?
Oh, you're all in the same room.
Okay.
It's like a 10 by 15. There's a medical table in the middle. There's alchemical stuff all over the place.
Roll better.
There is a doctor in here,
Two.
like a medicine person.
Thanks, JD.
Lucky. There's a doctor in here who immediately starts looking at the governor since Baccarus is standing. Yelena is explaining, look, this is a curse. You can't use modern medicine. We need magic. Go into the treasury. Go into the supplies. Kill a child. I don't care. Figure it out.
Bye, Isaac. All right. So that was for
Bye,
a
Isaac.
re-roll, yeah? Here we go. See if this one will be better.
I'm going to go have fun. See you, Isaac.
Do we have any plus charisma cards?
Oh my
Tried
gosh.
so hard.
I know. Well, I got a 14.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
so
Don't know.
so you could do a lower.
2
You could do
points.
you could do a lower DC. Change DC card. That'll immediately put it down by 1. And then you want what on top of that? That's a green.
We have another green that is a
Can't use two
+2
greens.
charisma. No, I'm saying you can either change the DC or get a +2.
And the DC goes down by 1, correct? We'll change the DC.
Yeah.
I'll do the +2 to give me a 16.
Okay, already did it. Cool. Are you happy with that?
Best I got.
That's excellent. He squeezes and picks you up off the ground.
At this point, I'm gonna walk.
He goes,
towards
"Where's
him.
my kid?" And he hits you against the door once. Now, I will remind you, he's near 7 foot tall. He's a large human being. His kid is missing.
I will. Okay.
I want to get in there too.
Well, you.
Whoever wants to go first between the two of you, whoever's ready.
I'm ready. I'm gonna go back down like the hallway to see if I can see Bacchus the other.
You'd have to go down the hall, back up the secret staircase, down the next hall, because you're a floor down.
We're a floor down.
It's a secret stairwell. Like, it's so people cannot follow you. You know, safe room style.
Secrets.
Right.
Secrets.
Secret. The name of the game on this channel. Exactly. MDK. Perfect. I agree, Sir Hansen. Murder, death, kill. Carryover from Norse Foundry days.
Velina, do you want to go first? I'm trying to figure out if I
Yeah.
can
What do you wanna do,
actually
Velina?
make it.
I'm gonna use one of my character traits.
Okay.
I'm always calm no matter what the situation. I never raise my voice or let my emotions control me. I would rather make a new friend than a new
Okay.
enemy. Am I
Okay.
able to use that?
Okay, well, that just gives you inspiration. What are you doing?
I just want to walk towards him, put a hand, not on him, but put a hand on...
Like on the arm between?
Yeah, and just be like, we're all fighting to stay alive. Let's see if someone can go find him.
Okay.
Put Aldrin down. No one deserves to be hurt. Right now we're trying to assess the situation.
Give me a persuasion with advantage. You take 8 points of damage as he is crushing your larynx.
I take 8.
8.
Oh, what? Who does that? I rolled double ones. I'm so sorry. Double ones. I'm
Oh.
so sorry.
Would you
I
like?
can't lie.
Would
As you go to, you put it in
would
your
you
hand on
like-
him, he grabs you with his other hand and throws you away from him.
Before-
Like
before-
4 foot, like just like get out of here. And he
Diana,
says
would you
this is
like-
between me and him.
Would
No,
you
it's
like
okay,
a social
Kelly.
reroll?
No, Kelly, it's okay. I'm taking the double ones.
You're
It's
sure to
meant
use
be.
inspiration.
It's all right. I'm taking it. It's a double ones. It's meant to be.
Mm-hmm. And tosses you into the room. Is there anything that you would like to do, Adriel, between the governor who is dying, Yelena, and the medic trying to figure out what to do, you knowing magic, or do you want to stop this situation?
Pause for station identification.
I don't have that button on here. Does it? While you're doing that, hold on. I definitely have something fun to say though. So, does anyone know why I say pause for station identification all the time? I grew up listening to baseball my entire life. You don't have to like sports ball, but my grandfather would listen to it, and his friend was the voice for the Detroit Tigers for the radio. They would say, pause for station identification for the Detroit Tigers network. That is why I say it all the time. It has nothing to do with anything else. It's where it comes from. It's my grandfather's fault. What are you going to do, Kelly?
Oh, this is gonna bite me in the ass. So
I mean, so far, nothing has went well besides escaping.
Accurate.
I am going to. I'm not going to touch Baracus the Elder, because I know better. But Adriel's very pissed that he just tossed Melina into a wall.
He just tossed her away. I don't even do
Well,
damage
toss her-
to her. Just like,
well, toss
get
her.
out. It's not your conversation. Like that kind of thing. This is a family affair, is what it feels like at this point.
Well,
There's
that
been a
can
lot of
be- that
animosity between
that
these
can
family
be-
members.
A family affair. I'm gonna try and I can't believe I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do intimidation, which I normally don't do.
Woo! Spicy.
I'm going to look at Bacchus the Elder and say, we don't have time for this. You are under a curse. If you want to have your family spat, take it outside later when everything is said and done. We don't have time for this right now.
You have disadvantage, and he says, "I will take it outside now," and starts like walking, carrying him, like he's a beer. Adam, how much do you like your gargoyle?
A lot.
You might be
I mean,
playing.
he's pretty cool.
I feel like a 13's not enough. I feel like 13.
Now you could give yourself inspiration, but that would only wash the roll. You would have to. You'd had to have
That would
done
give
that.
me a 14.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't
It'd take
really-
you the higher of the two. Oh, audience. This is the first real social interaction we had because I I am going to do a social action where I get sneak attack if I go out in the hall with you. I'm gonna pound your face into paste. We're gonna have a Game of Thrones moment here. Unless you could do something in response, which we will roll initiative for. If I go before you, it's gonna be bad. I would like to remind you that if I read his description everywhere Bacchus is, this is the only time he acts like this. He's actually a fucking coward.
Oh. Because of being
sun.
cursed?
No.
Oh, because of the sun.
Because of sun.
Eric, I just said something in my chat.
Is this a question
Yes.
of can I spend my points? That's my theory. I'm assuming you would like to do that. Let me find your stuff. No, you don't. We're out of that
Okay.
room.
All right.
But we do have cards. We do have that card.
There's too many witnesses.
Do they matter? One of them right now wouldn't know. The only one that cares, the governor.
So, like, Elena and the medic aren't.
I mean, Yelena is your retainer. They will follow you until you do something that's very much against their moral code. Hey, he could survive. Look, if Aldrin gets beat up, at least he's next to a medical person.
Right. I'm sorry, Adam. I'm gonna have to let it ride. This is beyond. This is. Adriel's not to that point yet. This is a family affair.
All right.
Okay, listen. Part of her's like, I need to interfere. And the other part of her's like, remember that one time when her dad and her uncle from the Black Robes got into it, and there was a skeleton Titan. That was no, that was awful.
All right,
Maybe.
All right. So.
Try.
I moved the map for y'all.
So I don't think me getting a I don't think that me getting a 15 or a 16 was going to help intimidate him down.
This
so.
this is the secret room in the lower levels. This is a second floor, right? But this is the secret room. It's a tower. I will remove I'll leave these here for now. I don't want to fuck that up. We'll just zoom in. I don't think we're going to need combat stuff like spacing unless it becomes something that Adam, you need. But the most important thing is you and I need to roll initiative.
Oh, baby. That's a Michael Jordan, sir.
That may not be enough.
Damn it.
Does Michael Jordan want a +2 dex?
You do get one for your retainer. Oh, your retainer's not present right now. Shit.
He's not there. Yeah.
Because we have some +2 dex.
I need to pull a card. I need to pull something here. Where is he at? I need to pull up Bacchus. Because I think, if I remember correctly, he has a special rule for this. So, first off, I'm going to show off who this big... This is the sun, for those who have not seen him before. This is the sun. Right? And then this is the big dude on campus. Real big man. Yeah, and he's almost 7 foot. So that is what's going on. You have a Michael Jordan, good sir. And I'm proud of your Michael Jordan. I am always proud when you get a Michael Jordan.
Oh no, did Michael Jordan not help me this time?
But I don't know if Michael Jordan was going to be high enough for this fight. I have a 24.
Well, before you announced it, I was like, do you want a +2?
If you would like to spend a card to get +2, I will give it to you.
Okay.
You are currently grappled, but you are welcome to use it.
Sure.
Okay, you're first. What would you like to do?
Now you can use the card.
I sent you a message.
Oh, it's message night. Secret night. You do.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to try that, please.
Okay. I'm gonna let the audience roll so it's open. Audience, roll me a d20. This is very important. You do not have to roll to hit or anything with this. It just happens. If it's successful, I'll let you know. Otherwise, you get to do damage.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, you don't even do damage. You just get a D10 to your attack if it's a failure.
Okay.
So give me a D20 roll, audience. This is extreme.
Eric, my thing from before doesn't apply because the time has run out.
Uh-huh.
So you know.
Exclamation point 1D20. You have to have a 1 in there. You should roll.
Oh!
Ooh, good.
That's not good. That's for my save.
No, I meant good, like on his end.
I would like to know how this looks and what you attempt to do. You get an extra D10 to whatever your normal damage is you would do right now.
Yeah, so what I was trying, as he's holding me up, I reached down to my side with a dagger and I just tried to jab it into his neck.
I was going to say, I don't think change GC was going to help.
No.
Okay.
As you go to stab it in his neck, he puts his hand up and takes it through his hand.
Cool.
So give me the D10 plus your dagger damage.
Okay. D10 plus dagger damage.
You want a +2 damage roll?
I mean, look, he already did a purple. He could spend a blue to add a D6. If he hasn't, no, he just used the blue, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, I think
Rose spaghetti rose.
And the 10 was
A D10 is
damage or
a D10
attack?
card. Because the card failed, you still get the D10 as the failed attempt.
But that's to add to the
To your D4 plus everything. Yep.
Okay. That's what I'm rolling now. That's a total of 10.
Oh, good sir.
I feel like maybe you should have used some cards, maybe. You
As
only
you-
used the purple.
As you stab, it hits through and it nicks his, like, it gets into his cheek, like scars him, because that is over half his hit points. So you do get a wound. As he pulls it out of his face, I'm gonna finish my grapple roll. Does a what is it? It's versus athletics, correct? Right? It's his athletics roll versus my grapple roll, correct?
My athletics for sure.
I think it's opposed for grappling.
Yeah, I do believe so.
Give me your roll.
For athletics.
-2.
Nope, not enough. It's only like
He grabs you. He drives his hand into the wall so the dagger's poking out and slams your face against it.
Are you gonna make me lose my eyes again?
Or you might be
This will
dead.
be like the 3rd time in a Frankhouse game I've lost eyes.
I'm using Takesis points to do a crit. All of them. It's not a lot. You might be all right. Where's my D4? Right, dagger damage.
Yes.
4. 12 points of damage. Is that half your remaining hit points?
Was
How
that
is this
half
my
of my
life?
remaining
Almost.
of my remaining remaining hit points from what I had, right?
Yes.
That puts me at half of the remaining hit points.
But that wasn't half of your remaining. Like if you had 20, 11 would be half your remaining hit points.
No, that was not half.
Okay. So he does not wound you. He slams your face against you. Get enough out of the way to where it like scratches across. And he goes, "You would try to kill me? I was just gonna rough you up, but not anymore." And then it goes the other two in the room.
Oh, so now it's actually like it's on.
Well, he was just gonna rough him up, like beat your
Right, no,
nephew's
no.
ass for being an idiot, and now he just tried to assassinate me. And the governor's down, so the governor can't call it off. And if any social anything is caused right now, like talked about, it is a disadvantage. This would be considered kind of being at war. It would be disadvantage. You don't have a mediator to come in and do it. What do the other two of you want to do? As Yelena looks and is like giving chest compressions and like pouring dust over top of the governor, like trying to fix this problem you guys are throwing down.
Oh man.
I could not have planned this. I couldn't.
Great. This is great.
All you had to do was save his son.
Which I was gonna try and do, and then this happened.
Wow. Wow. So I'm going to start with Valina because Valina went last time. You're on the ground. Would you like to use your move action to get up?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have your war
I would
pick
get
still.
up. My war pick.
Are we
I would
fighting
get
or are we
up.
talking him down again?
Do I see all this happening?
They're in like a doorway. He had him held against a doorway. Easttide goes to stab the other Easttide in the face. He blocks it with his hand. I would like to point out his power. His power is against one opponent, he has a +2 to AC.
Ooh.
Because he's a fighter. He's a brawler.
Okay.
And he's holding Easttide and pounding his face against the dagger on the back of his hand that is driven through his hand. And he's got it like braced against the door for though.
How do I... What?
We disconnected and reconnected randomly.
I would like to knock him out. Not kill him, just knock him out.
Knock him out. That would be
Like-
doing damage, and then when you do enough to knock him out, you just decide I'm knocking him unconscious, not killing. That's all you gotta do.
Exactly. That's what I want to do.
All right, roll a hit. You can stand up with your move action. I did move you. Do you have the ability to hit him? Oh, you're within 5 foot. You'd be fine. He only tossed you to the ground.
I can also use my my mobility.
Oh, that's right. 100%.
So I can dash. I'm gonna dash up there. Okay, so non-lethal. I'm doing non-lethal.
Confuss?
What?
Confuss? I don't know.
Confuss
Star Drew said
him.
confuss. I don't know if that was confess.
Uh,
Confess your sins. Who'd you get to
let me
hit?
see what the math. Math. Hold on. I'm sorry. 9, 13.
I can tell you they did not hit. What would you like to do?
Okay. Can I do anything else with my action? That doesn't hit.
No. Now with that, we have a +2 to hit. If you'd like a +2 to roll, that would give you would make your attack go up by 2. Which may or may not hit.
Oops.
But it's a green card. You might as well use it.
Fine, I'll use it. I don't think it's
Oh,
gonna hit.
concuss. I'm sorry. I mean, it might. Might as well use it. What's that raise you to?
What did I say? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's +2. 15.
15 is enough to hit me because you are not my target for my extra defense. Remember, low ACs in this game. Not Pathfinder, 5e.
Okay, so
That hits. Give me your damage.
damage. 7, 8, 9, and then I'm technically sneaking.
No, you're not.
Okay, just kidding.
How are you?
9.
How are you? You just got up off the ground.
Behind his back. I don't know.
There's
9
no
points.
way. And he's technically not in combat with another person because he's grappling. That it doesn't count as flanking.
No, it's all good. 9 points.
9 points. I am still standing. Would you like to spend a blue or purple card to add extra damage?
Yes, I want this guy to get off.
Well, we got another spell slot or potion. We got a couple of those. We got a recharge retainer. We have a lineage card that's blue from the other team if you'd like to use that.
Sure.
We have a lot of recharge retainer abilities. I would say use that personally.
Charge retainer.
Yep. Basically, they can use their ability a second time for the day.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. So you get to add an extra D6. We'll use Kyler's recharge retainer ability.
That's 4 more points.
That is enough. As you hit him with the flat of the pickaxe and knock him out. There's a few things that are going to happen. The screen goes black. And it transfers to the outside of Kalaman with snow falling. And it's this icy sleet. The entire city is covered in like a sheen from the ice over top of it. It follows through the window into the governor's chamber. I need the audience to give me a d20 roll to decide if we have removed the curse or not from the governor or if he has been sick all season. It would have been a disadvantage, but because there are people in the room helping, it's just a normal roll. Let's see if we get a d20 roll. Let's see how the governor is doing. While that's going on, during the season, the refugee camp has been built up. Ooh, the refugee camp has been built up. There is buildings that have been erected through the cold and bad winters. There is fishing going on the river. You see boats flying the Vogler flag, and they've stitched in the lower part the Kalaman sun that's on it. For those who were not here for the other week, some cool pieces that come with it. I will showcase this for you. Let me do a near one. Boop. So this is the Kalaman symbol you get with the Beetle and Grim. This is the medallion. The back side of it has got the actual piece on it. I think some of these might be buyable separate, but this is what you see flying on the flags now that weren't before. As those flags are flown in the chamber with an 18, he is alive, but he has been working from his bed half of his days. He is sick. So sick, in fact, the curse has knocked his constitution down to a 7.
Ooh.
So he is ill, he doesn't do well, the cold has really been affecting him, he's bundled in robes, he's doing his best to feel good. But he is definitely still running the city. He is relying a little bit more on his ambassador now to get things done. She is been kind of at his beck and call to help out. The rest of you, though, there's a few things we've discussed. You had about 3 months where they're hitting the end of winter. You have about 3 months of downtime. And there was one question that you had, and you weren't sure how you could get to it. So my question to you is, do you want to go check out the person who has been mingling within the refugee camp? And if so, we will discuss it live. If not, we will leave that and we will go do the other things we've discussed. I don't know what's so stressful. No one died.
I came close.
He got the shit kicked out of him.
There were some hands being thrown, daggers being embedded.
Sure was.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, if you take your uncle out, you could have been in charge.
I mean, he's from Bogler. He's not from the main city, so you know.
Yo, you say what you want. I can tell you that they're both staying at the Steady Beacon in town now. Him and the younger. The younger did not die.
Amazing.
You don't know how. That has not come out yet during the winter months, but he is not dead.
So I don't know if I want to risk talking to this person considering how the rest of the session's gone so far.
Well, hey, this is 3 months. There's been no fallout. No one saw this. It has been kept quiet. Lord Baccarus has not talked about this.
Family feud. All good.
That is what is being swept up to for now. But there has not been a big political movement in the city again that has been necessary. I do want to know, did you imprison Baccarus over this using the marshal, or did you let it slide considering a family feud? Even if he was imprisoned, he bought his way out. He paid. But that will change his kind of disposition towards the group.
Even with all of that, I would have asked him not to be imprisoned with it because it was, you know, it was a very stressful position, you know. We thought we were going to murder each other.
That is a very important thing. Diana,
yeah,
you're the one friends with the marshal. Does he get imprisoned, or does he?
I would tell the marshal that I took care of it, and it wasn't.
If it's never mentioned, the marshal doesn't even know.
Listen, here's the thing, everybody. He was suffering from a curse. We saw how it affected the governor. We don't know how it affected Baccarus the Elder.
Is that the cover story?
That's the cover story I'm proposing.
Absolutely. Like,
do we need to go to secret time?
Secrets.
Hold on. Let me get a secret time. Hold on.
Sorry, Star Drew.
Hey.
Sorry, Star Drew.
Secret time.
Secret time.
All right. Secret time it is. With or without the dragon there? Yeah. Real questions, real answers.
I mean, I feel like he's there all the time, isn't he?
Not always, no.
Because he's got his portal that he
correct.
Yeah,
back
I mean,
between.
I feel like if he was there, I wouldn't mind. You know, I don't think we would hide it from him at all. But I mean, whether he's there or not.
Well, considering I would not want. Okay, Adriel would not want to talk about this in front of our patron.
then we
Don't talk in
will
front of Michael Jordan.
we will assume that your patron is not there. I will just put it on here. He has moved in a bunch of gold and things like that. I will move him out of here, so he is not currently in the conversation. You could be anywhere in this auditorium or in this council chamber talking to one another. Ooh, we're pegging fucking red today. There we go. What do you want to ask?
It's not showing.
Here, we'll do it here.
It's all right.
It's not showing on mine either.
It's showing him on.
We're in the council chamber, or our secret council chamber, to discuss what our cover story is.
If Bacchus was imprisoned or not, and I'm putting in here because that assumes that in this chamber nobody else can hear it.
Okay. So in this chamber, I think Adriel's kind of like looking at the flames, and then looking back to her secret council compatriots. I don't know what's going on. I thought it was just a normal family feud, but I have to admit, even Namajors don't get that violent, and we have quite a few members in the Black Robes. So what I propose is that Bacchus the Elder avoid jail time.
Okay.
And if anyone asks, we say we're not quite sure what happened. We know that his son was in danger, but we're not sure if some of the aggression was due to the curse that has afflicted both him and the governor.
I agree with you on that. Absolutely. He went crazy. You saw him pick me up like a little rag doll. I mean, I might have pushed him into it a little bit, but yeah, the fact of him being cursed and everything, I think that
If anyone
be in agreement with that, I don't want him to. I don't think he should be imprisoned.
If anyone asks why you lashed out with a dagger, again, I personally think he was acting perhaps a little too aggressively due to the strain of everything that was going on. Do either of you have any objections to this?
No, not at all. I mean, we even tried to save him too. You know, I shrunk him down to make it easier for us to get him out of there.
Oh yes, otherwise that fat man, I can't carry that fat man.
So,
No.
You know, and then you know, my cousin. Yeah, I mean, I saved him from the room, and
But look,
Oh my god.
if that man does something wrong again, I'm killing him because he's an asshole. I'm sorry, most of your family members are.
oh no,
complete.
I absolutely know that. That's why they didn't live in the main city.
But also,
Mhm.
you should have dragged the body of your cousin, your stupid cousin.
Yeah, you know, I thought he'd be fine, but you know, I'm sure he's okay anyway.
Now he's missing an arm.
It's his own
Is he
fault,
really?
you know. You know, he talks about being such a man and everything, and he couldn't even stand up to that. But that's his own doing.
Should this happen again, then I think we need to find a more permanent solution.
No, and I agree with that. Then at that point he needs to go to jail because this man, I do not trust that man.
No, I've never trusted him
I
at
don't
all.
think that's the
My entire
permanent
life.
solution that she's saying.
Oh,
Assassin! It's like, we need to come up with a more permanent solution. Yeah, no, he should go to jail. And I'm like, are you sure you're a hardened criminal?
Oh, okay, then I talked to Marshall.
I think that's the look I give you. Like, are you sure? Because
amazing.
when my Uncle Fester talks about permanent solutions, normally they end up as Boone statues in his tower.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
sorry.
Hilarious.
Oh, maybe he wants another one for his collection.
He might. We'll see what happens.
All right. So if that's the case, that'll happen somewhere in our seasons of downtime, and that will take us back to. No, totally fine. During this conversation, the person who has been mourning Ispin Greenshield in the Vogler area,
She just rolls up.
you speak to them, or are you leaving that alone? Because that was the only question that we did not answer for our 3 months of downtime.
Here's my thing is, I'm wondering if, would I have known if his wife has gotten out of jail?
Still in jail.
Oh, then maybe it's not her.
Not her. Still in jail. Not allowed to leave. Will never leave.
When
You don't know why.
Okay. When I was present at the funeral,
Mm-hmm.
did I know if anyone was missing at the funeral that they read the roster when they were giving out the stuff from the will?
I would say no. Nobody was missing short of... Oh, no. One of the sisters was missing during the funeral. Solera was missing. They said that she had something that happened and she had to be taken there, and that is the only thing I think that was mentioned.
You know, I'm interested in talking to her because there aren't many elves. Like, the fact that we've seen...
Definitely not Sylvanesti.
Right. The fact that we've seen two... Yeah, she's a beautiful... The description was a beautiful Sylvanesti elven woman. So,
Correct.
The only two elves that I've seen outside of family gatherings and mage meetings have been the sisters, and this woman is another elf, and she's apparently may have been a friend of Ispin's, like...
Correct. That's, well, at least Morning is lost.
Right, Morning is lost. So maybe we talk to her and see why she's out here in a city. Like, I don't know exactly how well Colin treats elves.
Oh no, we lost.
I mean, she's in the... No, I'm here.
Weird that she's
Kelly.
risking.
Kelly froze on us.
Am I freezing on you guys?
Yeah, a little bit.
You're frozen on mine.
All right.
You're good now.
There you are.
Okay.
There she is.
I would say that... First off, the sisters are not full elves, from everything you've heard.
But they're still of elven blood,
Elven
and that's why I'm
bloodline,
like,
yep.
that's already kind of weird.
Already weird. And this woman is definitely elven. And she has not came into the city. She's only, so far, been spotted in the refugee camp by Torak, which is the gargoyle, along with your spy master when they came back, reporting with some of the information that you have been given. They have also heard this rumor coming back through the refugee camp.
I feel like if we brought all these people here and we're protecting them, we should go investigate.
Yeah, you know what? That's true. I hate to be like, what if she's a spy or a plant or something, but we don't know everyone who came along with refugees. She could be helping. She could be a mourner of Ispin, or it could be something different.
Yeah.
So
what do we want to do? Are we visiting them, or are we going to go handle the two things that we talked about earlier?
considering how much time we have left, I'm wondering if it's faster to go settle this with the mysterious mourner.
It's totally fine. Some of these things will still be available next week. It just changes what tomorrow sees.
Adam, what are your thoughts?
I mean, we did kind of take these people under our protection and stuff. Kind of
Sure.
Our reason because we're here, or because of us that they are technically here. Yeah, I mean, I'd be down to go check out the mourner person of this spin, and then we can attempt what we need to the next time.
Is that unanimous?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So as you make your way out into the Vogler area, the refugee camp, they have built actual structures, and they exist in a stretch along the coast over a mile out of Kalaman, as they have started building docks for the winter, and they have become a really large component of providing food for wartime. By keeping them here, you have guaranteed the ability to feed not only them, but all of Kalaman through the winter. Without them, there would have been starvation rolls and upriser rolls. And that didn't happen because you guys decided to keep Vogler here, which is part of the reason they're here. They're tradespeople. Making your way through in a little bit of conversation and asking questions, you don't need to look for her. She finds you. While you're just asking around and like, hey, have you heard of a Sylvanesti woman here? Between talking to people, Torak would land next to you and be like, she's been following you all for quite some time.
Been following the three of us.
Yes, correct.
mean, if she ever wants to have dinner sometime, she can just ask.
I mean, I don't think that is her intentions, Lady Namajor.
Who has she been talking to? Do you know, Torak?
Everybody who has been listening to her, mostly about Ispin and the passing of Ispin and how it has affected Vogler as a city, that she grieves with the city and the loss of the city. Just a constant. She's been mourning for over a season. It seems excessive. No offense.
You think she's putting on a show?
I don't know. Subtlety, short of stalking, is not my forte.
That's mine. Sorry.
I understand.
Okay. Where is she now?
And he like turns and points, and there's a woman in robes talking to two other fishermen, and they kind of laugh and they give condolences, and they break conversation and walk away from her pretty quickly.
Can we do like an
Insight?
Yeah, like something.
Are you going to do it in close range, or are you going to do it over like 30 foot out?
Well, we see them walking away 30 foot out, right?
Yeah. I just want to know if you're going to move within 30 foot, because it's a disadvantage if you're out further, because you're trying to read someone's attention through a crowded, almost, what was it, 1,900 and something people? You're trying to read it through a crowd of people. That's difficult to do.
Does she see us? They see us approaching, all of us?
No, but he did say she seems like she's been following you. He's been kind of stalking through the city as best he can, because a lot of this part of the city is not stone, it's wood.
I'm just thinking of maybe me sneaking away from the group and following the other two people that left.
You're welcome to do that if you'd like.
Do you guys want me to offer myself as bait? Introduce myself?
Oh,
Offer yourself as bait. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Okay,
I make that offer from the depths of my heart.
I mean, if you want to sneak off with them, I can go with Adriel and help offer her.
Just say I will. You can't both offer your bodies to this woman. Come on,
I didn't say myself. I just said with her. That's all right.
Okay, so I put the cloak on and I start
Amazing.
walking towards the other two people,
Okay.
and then I'll whisper back, "I'll meet in a second." And I'll start walking towards.
I'll
the
reach
people.
up and I'll tap Torak on the arm and be like, "Thank you, good friend."
So who wants to start? Valina going to talk to the two people walking away? Are you going to wait for her to come back with info, or are you just like splitting and gaining information in two spots at once?
I kind of want to do that and then meet up with them.
Yeah, we're splitting and gaining.
All right, sounds great. Hey, Valina, we're going to start with you.
Oh boy.
Do we though? Do we though? All right, Valina. So you stalk through the crowd. Can I just get a stealth check, or are you just walking up to them? Okay. All right, give me a roll. Do I have stalker music here? I think I have some stalker music. Here you go. Following them, one is a fisherman. The other one is an assistant to them. They seem to be talking about ice fishing, needing a shanty. Oh, you don't hear her? Oh, I apologize. There you go. Now you should be able to. I apologize. Try talking now for me, Valina.
Can you hear me, my good friends out there?
Yeah, now you should be. So they are very much not giving a shit about the person who just walked up to them. The only thing you would catch on the tail end is her saying, or sorry, them saying, why is she still around? She's been here since the funeral. And then the wife who's with them, you can tell they're married, goes, I don't know, but some people really are attached to people. We all lost people. Just let it go. Let's go cook and get ready. Remember, we got a lot of fish to provide for the soldiers. And like they are making their way through the city to head towards the docks. Do you want to stop them?
Yes, actually, I'll undo my cloak so I don't freak him out.
Sure. Approaching
and
like a normal person, right?
Yes, not intimidating.
Not a stalker.
Just like not a stalker. just a normal person.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm sorry
Yes.
to bother you.
Oh, hello.
Hello. That woman you were talking to. I haven't talked to her yet, but there's been word that she's been mourning. And who is that?
So, before I can answer any of that, I have 2 questions for you, Helena. We talked about people joining the military on Tuesday's show, but do you bear an emblem of Kalaman, like you work for the place, or do you not?
I would. I'm pretty sure the marshal would tell me to. Wear
Okay,
one.
all current conversations with them can be rolled with advantage because they are friendly with Kalaman for bringing in the refugees and social standards until you piss them off, which is probably going to happen. So he goes, her name is God, what is it, hun? And she goes, Lidra. How did she say it was spelled? Ledara. Ledera. It's an elven name. I don't know. But she's been around from since the morning, since the morning. Actually, I think a day before. Yeah, a day before the funeral, she showed up, giving info with no roll, just because you're wearing the colors.
Oh, okay. Is she friendly? I mean, what does she?
A lot of just condolences to those lost from Vogler burning, which was great in the beginning, but it's been 3 months. The last thing we want to do is keep remembering people we've lost, and she just brings it up constantly. Very somber.
Yeah, do you think she was a family member, like daughter maybe, or
Espen was human, maybe a friend.
a friend?
Other than that, I
just-
don't know much about her. She's like, well, she wow, what did she say? She said that she was a performer who knew Espen. So I don't know if she's a tail spinner or a musician. I never seen her play. She was supposed to play at the band. The Brass Crab was throwing like a party for Espen in honor of him, right? And there was supposed to be a battle of the bards. Hold on, and she like reaches into her pack and she pulls this out.
Adam. What did you pull out?
I just put it on screen.
Oh, hold on, I gotta look. Sorry.
It says
Taking notes.
Kingfisher Festival Battle of the Bards Story and Song Competition sponsored by the Brass Crab. Come one, come all, no experience necessary, all talent levels welcome.
Oh, so
First
like
prize
a
is an
tra-
exquisite handcrafted, what is it? Abyssinian loot, 50 gold value. All participants will receive a ticket for a free drink at the Brass Crab. This didn't happen because people got poisoned and killed.
Oh.
Kelly's yelling in the background. No one can hear her.
Also, she was going to perform.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Again, it didn't happen. The whole place burned to the ground.
Right.
She's right over there, and she like points back in the direction. And when that is said, you see the other two walking up to them. Is there anything else you want to ask them before we camera transition?
No, I would say thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much for bringing us into Kalaman and letting us stay here. We were told anytime we saw, are you a knight? Are you part of the army? She points to the badge you're wearing or whatever it is you're wearing.
Yes.
Hold on. And she reaches in her pack and she pulls out like a paper wrapped item and hands it to you.
It's very nice of you. You don't.
It is very good. You can cook it. You can eat it raw. It is smoked. It's good. If you don't chill it or you don't cook it, it's good for about a day, maybe 2. But if you were to cook it, you probably have a little bit longer if you keep it cold. Next to that, a separate wrap piece is a smoked version of it. That's good for weeks. But it's a prized fish that is from Kalaman that doesn't get caught this far up the stream or the river. And let's just say it's got some medicinal effects.
Oh. Wow, this is a great gift. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to. Can I?
And your husband, like, his head's down, like, he's shaking his head. Like, God damn it, again. Like, that kind of a feel. It's like someone giving cupcakes out.
Right. Okay. I greatly appreciate the hospitality, especially, yes.
Oh,
we
thank
wanted
you
to
so
save
much.
Everyone.
You're so kind. Thank you so much. She's like, all right, well, we're gonna go provide more of those. And he like kind of walks her away. Do you open it before the camera changes, or do you stuff it in your backpack?
I'll open it. I'm curious.
When you open it up, it is squid, not a fish.
Okay.
Uh,
That's Diana
it's
going
cut in half. One is
Okay.
wrapped to be cooked, the other one is jerkied. But it smells of like lavender and jasmine, the jerkied one does. And it is strong smell, not fishy at all. There's no ocean smell to it.
Okay.
And with that said, we will transition to the rest of the team. So, everybody, this is one of those things where I don't know how this is going to go. We had something else planned. This is what always happens to me, by the way. I plan something else, and they try to kill people. And they try to kill people. So, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. All right. The two of you walk up to this gorgeous woman in pretty nice robes, but they're a little beaten, to be honest. They're not in the best condition. She is slender. She has pale blue skin. Otherworldly, I would say. And when you approach, she makes eye contact, and immediately she turns, and she does have a lute with her. It's slung on her side. And she says, oh, I just wanted to say thank you so much for saving the people of Vogler. I haven't been able to thank everyone in the city yet. I've made it my mission to thank every knight and everyone who flies the colors of Kalaman. And for those that did it, I just want to say thank you for helping with their loss. And that is she says that before you get to say a fucking thing. Okay. Give me a roll. You're welcome to do the same thing if you like, Easttide. Easttide, do you have a faint scar still after that, or did you get it taken care of?
I got it taken care of. Insight.
What? You got an 18. Try again.
How about now? Can you guys hear me
should.
now?
I just refreshed her.
Okay.
That is a 25 for insight.
Okay.
That's why I bring him along.
So,
like, is my game gonna be strong enough? And he's like, no.
she is politely, I would say she's politely aloof. And she is honest about what she's saying, but she never mentioned Ispin. She just is thanking people for helping Vogler. It seems semi-sincere. There's some falsity in it, but it's hard to tell what. With a 25, I will tell you, one, there's something off about her. She is elven. She is gorgeous. All that is true, but there's just something you cannot put your finger on. I don't want to say it's bad, but it's not all this. Something is not there. Something is missing from the picture of her physically, but not what she's saying. There's some truth in what she's saying. That's all I'll give you on 25. That's a really good roll. You're above and beyond anyone else who's played this that I have talked to on that roll.
Walking up, and as she's saying that too, I just kind of poke Adriel on the side, be like, "There's definitely something off about her." Hi, how are you?
You are. Thank you so much. And she says the same thing. Thank you so much for letting us, the refugees of Vogler, to crash here outside of your wonderful city gates. Even though this is not our capital, we can't thank you enough. And I mourn for their losses and any that you may have incurred helping. I heard a few of you helped Vogler. And she hasn't like mentioned names or anything, just that there were Kalamon people there.
Yes,
We tried our best. I'm sorry, I don't. Granted, there were a lot of people in the evacuation, but
Oh yes.
I don't recall seeing someone as striking as you.
Oh, so I came for the funeral a day early. I was there to perform at the Battle of the Bards. I'm a friend of Ispin's. I performed for him in the past, and I just was passing through and heard that he had unfortunately moved on. I'm quite old. I know many people, and I figured I should perform there, not to win anything, but just in honor of Ispin and the friends, but. It never happened. As you may know, or should probably know, the city was attacked.
Yeah.
A lot of people
was...
didn't make it. A child died on the trip here.
Oh, fuck.
No one can see Diana.
I mean, so if you were there to perform...
I was originally, because I was there for the Kingfisher Festival, and on the way I heard that Ispin had passed.
So, I mean, this may sound perhaps a bit odd or cold, but if you're not from Vogler and you were just passing through, is there a reason why you're still here? I mean, do you not have residence?
I traveled the
somewhere
refugee.
else?
I travel. I don't really have a strong residence. I'm currently here just helping Vogler settle their woes as best I can.
What pray tell, what can we call you, my dear?
Oh, Lidera. Leedara. Lidera. I think I'm saying that like Lidara. Maybe Lidara. There's no pronunciation.
Okay.
Lidera it is. It sounds more elven.
It does. We haven't had much time to see how the people of Vogler are adjusting. In the way that you're talking, it makes it sound like they're still upset about what's going on or what's happened.
I mean, I'll be honest, it's
something happening?
They're
Running
a tough
through
they're a tough folk, and they have adapted to the loss very well. But the loss hasn't stopped. There are still people who are ill. There are people who were sick during the travel. The elderly that haven't made it. There's others that are still ill from the cold, and don't get me wrong, Kalaman is doing a great job providing fire and wood and things that are needed, and vice versa. But sometimes just a song and a soothing voice is what is needed. And she does sound like she has like an amazing singing voice. Like you can just hear it in the way she talks. You know, the opposite of mine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Have you been holding impromptu concerts then to help lift everyone's spirits?
I have here and there, mostly words of comfort more than anything else.
All right, I'm going for it. Aldern, please resurrect me in case I die.
Okay.
I hold out
Grab
my
a boob?
No, I'm gonna hold out
Straight
my hand.
anime immediately turns into anime.
Oh my god!
Harem
Trip
anime.
boob fall.
No, I hold out my hand and I'm like, well, we've asked for your name. I figure it's only fair that I offer mine in return. My name is Adriel, and I would
Adriel
love
and
to...
Namajor, if I'm not mistaken, and you are
Yes.
Aldrin Easttide, a family member to two of the rudest people I met in Vogler.
Yes, the Baccharis, the older and the younger. Yes.
Yes. Rumor is they're injured right now.
Yeah, especially after the attack that had happened on the capital as well. They were not doing too hot.
And she deliberately cut off Namajor to stop approach. We just changed the topic. I'm sorry, Adriel, what were you going to say?
Oh, apologies. I was just going to ask if next time you had a impromptu. Although I suppose it wouldn't necessarily be impromptu at that point, but next time you hold a gathering, I was wondering if maybe I could attend.
Anyone is welcome, but I don't do it inside the city walls. I only do it out here.
I'm already out here. It's not like I'm not willing to come out here.
It's the first time I've seen you two out here.
Well, the trip from Vogler took a lot out of us.
Well, I mean, it has been cold, and my understanding is the two of you work for the governor himself. At least you do, and you work for the union, correct?
Yes.
And your friend over there, and she nods to the other one talking to the two fishermen. She just gone, like someone's talking about me. and she obviously works for the city in some form or fashion as well. None of you are knights, though, or army.
No. I am but a messenger through the city. Yes. Mm-hmm.
If you know my last name, so you must know my family, and you know that being in the army is not acceptable
I know
to an
of them.
amateur.
I know the rumors that it carries.
Curious. How do you know so much about?
I've been here for
About
months. Talk to the knights that come out. I talk to the people. I gather information and speak to people. That's how you learn things. I mean, that's how everybody does. Read books or talk to people. It's one or the other. And books I have found to be less true than the people you talk to. At least in my years of being alive.
This entire time she's talking,
Mm-hmm.
I want to roll another insight check to see if
Sure.
there's any like hidden threats in her tone of voice.
Absolutely.
Like, she knows a lot about us, and this character hasn't done anything too shady yet to be
Nope.
super concerned about it.
No.
But I don't
Speaking
like
family
her
names
jive.
more than anything else.
I don't like the cut of her jib.
I mean, she is gorgeous.
Could always sleep with her and then ask her questions.
Well, she already cut me off. I think she's more interested in S-Side here.
Nope, not interested. Nothing like that. Just cut off the conversation.
That's a 15.
Would you like to spend cards?
It has been.
You use a.
This is. Oh no. No. I will spend. Let me look at the cards real quick.
Okay.
I'm not.
There's just a +2 to a roll.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, we'll
So it
use
puts me at
Kyle's.
17.
All right, 17. And you wanted to know if there's any. I would say there is no underhandedness in anything she's saying, but it is her way of simply saying, "I know who you are and who you work for." I don't mean ill. She's just saying, just as you know who people are, I know who people are.
Then
But
I think
you don't know who she is.
right. Then I don't know, Aldrin. Do you want to do anything? Because otherwise, I'm gonna go with a completely different track here.
Yeah. No, I mean, Aldrin's just he's just kind of there listening.
Are you friends of Ispin Greenshield? I've met the other friends of theirs in passing. I've talked to them over the last couple of months in the snow. That one of them joined knighthood. Or, well, the soldiers. I believe he might have been a knight already. It looked like he was.
No, I was supposed to meet with one of them during the Kingfisher Festival, but then everything happened.
I see.
And then I met with them briefly during a impromptu meeting, basically trying to convince the governor to let the people of Vogler stay here, and
Sure.
things got out of hand. They acquitted themselves very well, but since then we haven't had time to run into each other.
Now, with this said, is Valina going to make her way back over? Because this is about the time your conversation with the other two would have ended.
Yeah, I would have made my way over.
All right.
And this is where Adriel just puts that on the line because Aldrin didn't say anything else.
Okay.
you've heard of me and
I have.
my family.
I have.
So this hopefully won't come as a surprise. I was wondering if you'd like to go out sometime, or if I could at least catch one of your shows.
Maybe someday. And that's all she says.
Well, I could at least catch one of your shows while you're still here.
I don't really perform at a place here. It's more helping those who are grieving. Sometimes I'm on the boats. Sometimes I'm in the city. Sometimes I roam the streets. I don't really perform anywhere.
The reason
I'm only going to be here for a little longer anyways. As soon as the winter is done and I know the people of Vogler are safe, I'll move on to the next city.
The only reason I'm asking, besides the obvious, because I haven't had a chance to get out and talk to the people of Vogler. If there are people still struggling, I would like to know. I made a promise to the mayor to take care of the citizens as best I could. And so if they're still suffering,
there's nothing the city can do to help. It's just loss, and loss is hard.
One more insight check, because this is really
disadvantage.
Nuts.
Too many at this point.
Well, I was gonna say, can I help her out?
You can wash the disadvantage, sure.
Yeah, I'll wash the disadvantage. I've been listening.
Uh-huh.
It's just because she goes from like, oh, they're suffering, oh, all this is happening, to, oh, well, it's really just, mental loss.
She's basically saying there's nothing you as people who work for the government can do. Go back to your fucking tower. Like, it's kind of what she's saying. Give me a roll.
That was a natural 20 for a Michael Jordan.
Look, she does not have anything she wants to talk to you about other than the surface level stuff. She feels she knows who you are and knows who you two are. Maybe not so much Valina, just that she works, she's wearing the colors, and she is here to help Vogler and doesn't give a fuck who you guys are. But she's playing it very cordial, and honestly, her interests lie, it seems like, with Vogler. With a natural 20, I'll tell you, there's absolutely something else you just cannot put your finger on it. Very similar to him.
Yeah.
There is something off.
Okay.
If it's the look, if it's the name, if it's that she's a blue Sylvanesti, if it's that there's a Sylvanesti here at all, there's just something off. I will tell you the natural 20, her dialect is very old, but if she's an old elf, it would be. Like, it's like someone who speaks Old English more than they do regular English, like that kind of thing.
Is it reminiscent of how our patron talks to us sometimes?
No, nothing draconic about it.
Not the draconic, the old speech.
Yes, very similar to the old speech.
Okay.
But, I mean, elf can live thousands of years.
Correct.
Hundreds of years, depending on which version.
Correct.
If there's nothing else... And she, looks to you as you show up.
Can I use my eye for detail to spot or decipher any clues, uncover any clues?
You can.
Just by looking at her?
It's a disadvantage.
That's fine.
You're welcome to do so. No one can really assist you with this because you're just kind of doing it on your own.
Yeah, it's on my own. I'm walking up and studying her.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. You're doing the I'm a spy if I have to kill you. I mean, I'm studying who she is.
Okay, investigation.
This is a very different role. Investigation has not been attempted on this. And you walked up, so you had like a couple, you had that 30 to 50 foot to look her over.
You said disadvantage, right?
Yes, I did.
So the first roll was a 14, the second roll was a 19. So
14, still good.
Plus, what was it, 4?
What does Eye for Detail give you?
It gives me... you can use a bonus action to make a wisdom perception check to spot a hidden creature or object, or to make an intelligence investigation to check, uncover, and decipher clues.
I will...
So then, total of 18 then.
Drop... if you put the +2 on it, I am going to...
Yeah, then I'll do that.
I will say yes, there is definitely something that is off. I will ping you in Discord. It is a very big thing. Super secret.
I'll look on my phone so Adam doesn't see.
I don't peek. It's a secret.
Yeah,
There you go. There's just too many things that are off.
okay, let me read it.
While that is going on, she bids adieu. She says, "Oh, wonderful to meet you too. If I do perform and I ever do a concert, I'll make sure that there's a flyer in the city or something along those lines. But as soon as this snow melts, I'll be leaving. I've kind of been trapped here. The snow has been horrible this season, and sure enough, it's been like 3 to 4 foot of snow almost the entire time, making travel very difficult. And honestly, Vogler is probably the reason that Kalaman survived with their ability to do ice fishing and how trained they are in it. They did well.
Frankhouse, as she walks away, I'm going to make sure I study her very well.
Okay.
So I can copy who the...
You're going to have to see if you have the ability to copy another race.
Oh.
Because she's an elf.
Okay.
But you study her. You take it
I
in.
want to just... Yeah, I just take it in as a... Yeah.
As she does leave and she bids adieu in Elvish, I will say to her,
Oh, I understand.
please stay warm, and if you need anything, let us know.
I would like a persuasion check from you.
Persuasion check?
No
Okay.
disadvantage. It's just to see how good your elven is. It is important in this scenario.
Persuasive person, but hey!
Ooh.
Takes it to a dirty 20!
She stops. Like she's like kind of like, and I bid you adieu. And she bends and she stands up and she goes, in elven, she says, your elvish is very good. Almost 300 years worth of training, it sounds like, but you're missing a few notes. And she sings as she's walking away.
In Elvish or in common?
In Elvish, the same thing you just said to her, she sings it as she's walking away.
Really?
Did she say that loud enough for me to hear?
Oh, 100%. If you understand Elvish, you can understand what she said.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Then I hear it too.
Yep. She basically was just commenting in Elvish back.
That's the one language I know besides Common, because I'm halfway.
Of
I'm halfway
course, I
through
know
my
the
course.
sexiest language.
I'm halfway through my Hooked on Draconics course.
Gotta go with Duolingo. You'll be good.
As she walks
Course is
away,
gonna fucking murder me.
before we end for the evening, I would like to know, are you, as a group, going to head east? Because I will set us up for next episode if that's the case.
Can we head to the secret council
Sure.
so no one is around?
Sure. To determine what? Talk about this? Then we will
yes.
discuss that off air.
That's perfect. That's
Okay.
perfect.
Because it's a secret, everybody.
Yeah.
It's a secret. I think on air, the non-secret part is
Yes, sorry.
despite everything, I still think we need to go east, because even with Vogler basically stating Kalaman during the winter, spring is going to come, and I don't want the enemy to have those food stores.
No,
So if we are going east, which two are you doing here? So I can scroll down my notes.
I think we are going to try and bundle them, but my personal...
Bundling is totally fine.
Yeah, but I think we're going to bundle just the both of them with my main focus wants to be the farmstead stuff.
Yep.
Farmstead. So the farmstead and the gnome are the two closest together.
yes.
No, I thought it was the soldiers attacking
They're
people heading
north.
to the farms.
Oh, that's further east.
Oh,
one
okay.
is to the southwest, and the other one's to the east. Yeah, you're right. You would be leaving the gnome alone. It would be the other two. So yeah, we 100% could do that. The farmstead and that. Are you sending your retainers to go look at anything, or are you bringing them with you and kind of dividing and conquering?
I would bring mine because mine would be...
Because you could send 3 of them ahead to one, or you could send them to the one you think is the least problematic. But I just need to know if the retainers are coming with all 3 of them, if any of them are staying back in Kalaman, if any of them are going to be used for something else, before we set this scene.
Yeah, no, Tor typically will stay here.
Okay.
Because he can blend in nicely, and
Yeah.
anytime
And
we get
watch.
back, yeah.
All right, Torek is
I'm
staying.
gonna send mine.
Okay.
Go.
And Kelly?
Are you
Where's yours
sending
going?
yours with us? Or are you sending yours to the gnome? Diana. I missed that part. Is she?
Yeah,
coming with us?
you could send her to the gnome. Because here's the thing: if the other group picks stuff, there's a chance retainers will be there, just depending on what you pick.
I could send her to the gnome. Can we send her to the gnome?
Okay, because if you're sending her to the gnome, then I will send Yelena along in case there's any arcane situations that need to be examined. Like she's an
feel
artificer,
like-
she can't cast spells or whatever.
I
But
feel like these two are a goddamn spin-off series. Elena and Kalana, right? Kalena.
Wait, Kailana.
Kailana and Yelena just walk around, clonk, 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 clonk in their heavy ass armor.
Bye, Am.
Just
as-
being
Bye.
As that
girls being
said,
gal pals.
yep. As that is said, I will take us to the other scene to
Armor
set us up
pals.
for
Armor
next
pals.
week before we do our secret private council time. So I'm gonna move us to where are we at here? Do. No. No. Let me find the area.
Gals being armor
Let
pals.
me get our music
Yeah.
going. Gals
They're
armor pals.
armor-
They are the armor
Yeah.
buddies.
Yeah, they are.
Well, I can. I'm with him now too. I got this lovely chainmail and stuff.
You're not wearing full play, bro.
No.
Yeah, you're not part of the team, bro.
Not yet.
You're not.
yet.
Try again on a harder level. Chapter 4. So, with that said, I will pull us down to the other map. On this map, you're going to be able to see a bigger version that you have not seen yet of the maps for Kalaman and all that jazz. So here you are. Boop. And you're going to see one. And if you go to left-hand side, over there, you should be able to see some maps that you normally... It's much larger than before. Can you guys see that over there?
Trying to upload it.
It's a big one. It's in the upper left-hand side. With that said, I am going to reveal the next area. As you show up to the burning... not burning. Scorched out, burned up farmhouse. Sheep fenced in the area, and just an incinerated farmstead. Well, we are talking days of travel to get here. It's a little bit of a distance. And I will take us over to the map so the audience can see it to close us out for the evening. This is the area. This is the map over here on the left. And we are currently... I'm going to zoom way in here, everybody. We are currently traveling from Kalaman here, and then to the east towards Estwild, and we're going to be following the Raiding River. Each square is a decent amount of travel. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's a day or 2 days. I'll double check it for you before the next episode, but I believe it is 2 days per square. Those aren't right. That's in comments. I have that there as reference, not as the full map, because it's just easier. And then when you show up, I'm going to move us to the map so you all can see it. And it looky like this. And this should be very reminiscent to you all. As there is a burned out husk of a building left behind. It's just to the right. Can you guys see that?
No.
Oh, it's
No.
to the right. So scroll up and to the right.
Scroll up.
Weird.
I see it now.
Yeah, I got
We'll
it.
see it
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Right
Yeah.
here. Boop. There is a decent amount of charred remains. Some of people, other of sheep that didn't make it. It is majorly damaged. And this is the first site on the way to where people have been getting attacked. We'll be able to investigate this on our next episode. But overhead, there are, like, the trees that kind of canopy the area are all scorched in a line from the building out to the road. And you can see people have fallen over fleeing this small farmhouse and this sheep area, trying to flee the area. With that said, there is a pattern of shadows that fly over top of this area and start dropping fire bombs on the building behind this. And then on top of this already burned building, as they are making their way towards you, you see 5 creatures with wings flying towards you on the road, dropping firebombs on the estate, and sheep scattering to the edges, trying to survive. Out of the water, on this left-hand side, next to you on the road, a person submerges, taking a deep breath like they've been trying to survive this onslaught for however long it has been going on. And it is a Kender. And it is an East Tide. I would like to introduce one of the East Tides that is a retainer. Aldrin, what relative is it?
What relative is it?
Yeah, what relative? It's a Kender.
I'd say
Go for
Sibling,
female this
distant
time.
cousin. Yeah, it is a woman, yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say sister.
Done.
Your sister?
Yeah, my
Done.
sister.
Sister. Audience, I need an attack roll for the first firebomb dropping on your sister's head to end this scene. Give me a d20 roll, please. I'm also going to spend 10 Takesis points to end the show to add advantage. So roll a second d20 as well. And that is how we're going to close out today.
Did Tuesday make this retainer? And then the retainer's gonna possibly eat it? Shades of what happened with
That's
our
the first one from Trickster. Let me get a 17! Spicy!
F in chat.
And give me another one.
F in chat for your sister. At this rate, you won't have any family members. You can take over the entire crime family.
Just all these tied. Oh boy.
Give me one more. We might get a 20. We need another d20 roll. We might get a 20. Come on, serving hands. I know you want to roll. I know you want to roll.
Just
You
do
can
it.
do it, Katie.
Just do it. I'm not going to because I might roll another 100.
A 4. We'll take that 17 plus the bonuses. As a firebomb drops, she looks up and she goes, oh no. And she has like a reed in her hand that's like broken. You can tell she's been like hiding in the water and sucking air out of the water. As a fire drops down and we cut scene to go to secret time. Does anyone have anything special going on this week? Anything special?
I've got Ladies of Lake coming back on Friday on Fem Gamer Party's channel.
Weren't you guys back last week?
Yeah, we were
Okay,
back
nice,
last week,
nice.
and we're back again this week. So come join us. We have a lot of fun.
It's a
80s
it's a
rock
stellar
band.
cast.
Yeah, it's fun. We have a lot of fun, and I just got a corgi as a pet. So come watch.
Okay, don't watch it now. No one wants a corgi
Why?
because they're punt dogs. Anyway,
It was given to me. I didn't ask
you
for
choose it. You chose it. No, don't. It would have been a
It was in my
bird. What am I
car.
saying? It would have been a bird.
I had the option of a bird, but I said dog instead. Anyway, that's all I got.
Adam?
Nah, Carpe
Chilling?
Diem, we ended that last week, yeah. So it's just waiting for this for next week. Let's
Kelly,
go.
I don't know if y'all talk about what you guys are working on for the other thingy.
Not yet, just
Okay.
because we're still nailing down the dates. So
Sounds great. Wait, bye, everybody.
Bye, friends. See you next week.
Yeah,
friends.
tomorrow. I can't wait. So, everybody, thank you for joining us for Dragonlance, a song of Lance and Fire. If you like this show, share it out. There's going to be videos that go here for the YouTubes, and there's a subscribe thing here. We've had a bunch of new subscribers over the last couple of weeks, especially last week. We weren't even on air, and I think we got like 20 new ones, which is awesome. We're trying to hit our 1,000 subs along with 4,000 watch hours so that we can monetize and do some other crazy shit for the show. If you like what we're doing, check out Beetle and Grimm. Their box set for Dragonlance is still for sale. And I'll be honest, it makes me want to run 5e in person. I'm not going to lie. That and the Absalon box, I absolutely love. So thank you for joining us. And no one died tonight, but goddamn was it close. And remember, I would love to say be you, be ultra you, but I can't. But I can say, remember, fire's your best friend, and Kenders taste like pork. Have a good one, everybody.